morning, kind and caring Eastwood scholars. Please demonstrate 5 at this time. Thank you for demonstrating your kindness by showing 5. That means your body is in control and you are ready to learn, and you are being respectful because you are paying attention and you're growing your brain. I am Dr. Henry, and it's always a beautiful day at the Eastwood neighborhood, especially during our Kindness Month. And today we have a special class with us and a teacher. Would you please introduce yourself?
My name is Mrs. Graves and I teach kindergarten.
And we also have our special person.
I'm Mrs. Nine, the school counselor.
Yes, thank you for both being here. And scholars, today is the second day of our Kindness Month, and I wanted to tell you about our kindness wheel. And what we do is we have the classroom teacher spin the wheel, and whatever number it lands on, then I'm going to look at my numbered checklist of kindness activities to see which one we are going to concentrate on today. And remember, all of us are trying to build love, and what we do matters every single day. We want to be a happy part of someone's day. So now, Mrs. Nine, you have also something to share with us.
Yes, this week actually on February 4th through the 8th is National School Counselor Week. And so Mrs. Nine would like to celebrate kindness with you with different activities as well. And today, for February 4th, is Mindful Monday. So take a moment to be kind to yourself and just take a moment to breathe. Think about where you're at, what you see, how you feel, and take some deep breaths.
That sounds like a great idea, Mrs. Nine. I can use that tip as well. Have a Mindful Monday. Take a deep breath and breathe and just be mindful of everything around you, all the wonderful friends we have here in Eastwood. Now, Mrs. Graves, I'm going to ask you a question. What's the kindest thing about your class? What is the best thing that they do?
Well, they really help each other out when they see a classmate struggling with working on an activity or needing help tying their shoe or anything like that. I see a lot of my students helping one another.
That is wonderful. And I see them in the cafeteria talking with one another and really smiling at one another, and they listen really well in the cafeteria to directions too. That's being respectful. All right, I think we are ready to spin the wheel to see what we are working on today. So Mrs. Graves, you get to spin the kindness wheel, and I wanted to say all these words are in different languages. They all say kindness, and you might see your language on here as well, even our Chinese language. There's Mandarin, and that says kindness. All right, Mrs. Graves. I wonder what number that our wheel will land on. Oh my, I think it's going to be 3. What do you think? No? It is 7, 8, 9. It's number 9.
That's a good number.
And it stopped on 9. That is wonderful. And the word is gentillesse, which means kindness. Now I'm going to look at my kindness checklist and see what it says today, what we're all going to work on throughout Eastwood. And number 9 says, give someone a compliment. Let's say the word compliment. Compliment. And that means you say something kind about someone. So I would like to say to Mrs. Graves, Mrs. Graves, you are such a kind teacher because I see you smiling at your students every day.
Oh, thank you.
And that's a compliment. And Mrs. Nine, I see you caring about students in the classroom because you have them being mentors to younger children. So you're kind every day as well.
Thank you.
So remember, today we're all working on compliments. What are we working on? Compliments. All right, and now we're going to watch Mrs. Graves' kindergarten scholars stand and help us with the Eastwood Pledge. Look at their bodies in control. And I'm going to say one thing before we say the pledge. Do you see how their bodies are in control? Their hands are to themselves. This month, for our Green Eagle card, we are working on our hands to ourselves. So your hands could either be on your side, in front of you, in your pockets, or behind your back. And so they would never be on anyone. So always to yourself. All right. I think we are ready to say the pledge. Here we go.
I am a proud Eastwood Eagle,